Hello, Bridget Bartlett here with visionmarketinganddesign.com. And today we are live inside of our Vision Marketing and Design Team training, where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, what we're going to talk about is how to create a lead magnet funnel using the HighLevel platform. So, if you don't know yet, we are using HighLevel within our training program so that we have all of the tools that we need to grow and scale an agency. Okay, so whether you are a local business just looking for tools, or you are someone who is interested in starting an agency to help local businesses find clients, this is the perfect training program for you. Okay, so to get started with a lead magnet, this is a pretty good example, basically, to give you kind of the bird's eye view of what a lead magnet funnel consists of. So this is actually, if you're interested in this software here, it's called Funnelytics. It's actually free to use. It helps you kind of get a good idea, how to map out your funnel that you're working with. So basically, a lead magnet funnel, there are many ways that you can build a lead magnet funnel, but this is the basic process. Okay, first of all, you need to have an opt-in page. So this opt-in page is going to collect their information, but in order to get them to enter the information, you have to promise to give them something of high value. Okay, so not only do you need to somehow drive the traffic to this page, but when they land on this page, you need to make the offer so compelling that they actually put their information in. Okay, so usually, an opt-in page, you want to look for like a 30 to 40% conversion. Obviously, better than that is great. But if you're not getting that, then there's something going on here with your traffic that you're sending and the page here. Okay, it could be that you're not sending the correct traffic, or once they get here, the offer does not match the messaging here, and so you might have conversion problems. So if you are someone who's like, I have all of this created, and for some reason, people are not opting in. Okay, these are things that you need to track, and actually tracking this will make you a better agency owner or a better business owner, because you can recognize this right away. Even if someone is running paid ads for you or something like that, and you're noticing like, hey, the ads people are clicking on and they're not converting once they get to this point. They're not opting in. Something is wrong with the messaging here or the messaging here. Okay, so definitely I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. Hello, Janai. Hello, Terry. Hello, Accent Webnet. How are you? Okay, so what you need to do is, you need to create this opt-in page. Okay, obviously you need a traffic source. This traffic source can be LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or just searching. We've talked many, many times. You can check in the on my YouTube channel for different training courses on how to get leads. But the premise of this, okay, is we're actually going to be giving a Google My Business guide and checklist. Okay, so let me show you what this actually looks like. So here's the checklist. This is a PLR product. If you guys have been with me for a while, this is our previous agency lead system. So this is a really in-depth guide that will help them optimize their Google listing. Okay, so the whole premise of this offer that we're presenting to them is how to use Google to get free exposure, right? How do you use your Google listing to get free exposure? So we're going to take this guide and we're going to brand it. And I've talked about this before. All you need to do with this guide, you can use any guide. There's plenty of PLR products. If you are a member of our team, you can go to Team Vision Resources in your tab, and then you'll see tons of PLR resources. But you need to have some type of offer that matches what you're trying to get them to do. Okay, so what I want, my call to action for this funnel is going to be one, get them to opt into this guide, but my main call to action is actually going to be here. So I'm going to offer them a free marketing audit. Okay, so to get the audit, they need to book an appointment with me. All right, so that's my call to action. You need to determine your call of action before you ever get started. What do you want them to do? What is the main focus of your campaign? Is it to sign up for something? Is it to book an appointment? Is it to have them call you? Whatever it is, you need to decide that before you ever create a lead magnet. So I'm just scrolling through here so you can kind of see this is a really good guide, okay? So that's what we're going to give away here. Now, we're not going to do a double opt-in per se, because since we're using HighLevel now, all of the information goes into our CRM. All right. So if we are running ads or we are doing organic marketing, you guys know my favorite's organic marketing, because that is really where you're going to get your hottest leads. And you're also, it's free, right? It's just your time, but also it's about brand building. Okay. You can chunk in thousands of dollars and be really successful in running paid ads. But if no one knows about you and no one knows about the value that you offer, then you're going, you're not really building a brand, right? You're just behind the scenes. You're really awesome at Google Ads, and that's how you make money. And if that's what you are comfortable with and that's what you love, then awesome. The thing that I, that I don't like about that, though, is that once you stop chunking the money into it, like I said, you don't really have a brand. So I like organic marketing. I like the idea that I can provide value. And then the people who are like, hey, I like her and I like what she has to say, I feel like I could trust her with my business, I'm going to contact her. That's the type of customer that I like to have. I don't really like to sell myself on people. I just like for the same with, tools and things that I show my team. It's like, I don't want to say, you need this tool, go spend $1,000 on this tool. I like to just say, hey, this is what I think is a really cool resource to have in your business. And then if you think it's great for you and your purpose, then great. That's my whole technique, right? So me personally, when I'm doing any of these things, I'm posting, different posts on social media. If you're in my team, you can go to the Team Vision Resources tab and you'll see that we actually have 30 days of social media content that you can use and brand as your own. That's built in Canva. So it's new every 30 days, but you can use, and I use that personally in my own marketing. So it might be a post or something. I am live Monday through Friday on my channel. So that could be my YouTube. I also have my scheduler, uses YouTube. And every time I go live on YouTube, not only am I going live, through other places like Facebook, using Restream, but YouTube will also share my link to my YouTube channel every time I upload a new video. So I have many ways that I am targeting all of these different areas, even though I technically am not ever on LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram. I do spend some time on Facebook, and I'm live on YouTube and things like that. So that is kind of how I manage my traffic. I do the live training, I do other scheduled posting and things like that. Okay, so however you decide, it may be a blog post, it may be whatever, but no matter what your traffic source is, you need to have them going to an offer page where they're going to receive some. So if I'm doing, like if I'm on Facebook and I'm doing a post, I'm going to say, and this was about the Google My Business Guide, I would say, oh my gosh, did you know that as a local business, you can get free exposure from Google? Check out this free guide, okay? Maybe the next day I want to say, hey, did you know that 47% of business owners are losing $1 million a month because they're not utilizing Google? Things like that. Those are going to be my posts, and all the traffic is designed to go right to this offer, okay? So I know the people looking at that post are going to be interested in this, right? Because this, what I've done here, is going to always lead back to this. So when I talk about local business and Google My Business Guide, get your free guide, right? It's very targeted traffic. I know that the people who heard that message are local business owners and they are interested in the guide. Therefore, they go here and they're already basically converted before they go here through this message. Okay. So then when they go here, we want to make this as simple and clean as possible. We want one call to action. We don't want them to get confused. We're going to tell them why they need to opt in to get this free guide. We're going to sell them on that, but it needs to, like I said, better to be simple. Once they do that, then it's going to trigger an email auto sequence. Okay. So the beautiful thing about HighLevel is we actually have the ability to integrate text messaging and calls and different things. So we're not just stuck with emails. We have a lot of different ways that we can contact them. So that's going to happen automatically. And then they're going to go, once they've opted in, they're going to go to this page and it's going to say, check your email. Now we're not going to officially do a double opt-in. Okay. but we're going to kind of simulate one, and the fact that for them to get this book, to get access to this page, they need to opt in here, and then it's automatically, this first email is going to be to deliver this page. Okay, so when they go to this page here, it's just going to say, congratulations, we've just emailed you your free guide. And then we're going to offer them a marketing audit, right? So they need to book an appointment using the booking calendar that I showed you how to create in HighLevel. And that is our main call to action, right? We want them to get that marketing audit. And full transparency, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a marketing audit using Leads Gorilla, which I've showed before how you can do that. So I'm just going to put their company name in. I'm going to print out that report, and that will give them some incentive to show up to the meeting. You know, a lot of times when you're booking appointments, that can kind of be a challenge because people get busy at work, or they just like miss the appointment, or whatever the reason. So we want them to definitely book that appointment to get that in-person marketing audit, and then we can go over that report with them. And then, of course, once they have clicked their email, they're going to go to this page where we're actually going to deliver the book, but we are going to get them another opportunity to book an appointment with us for their marketing audit. Okay, so let me see here. I just wanted to check my questions, make sure I don't have any here. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Linwood. Hello, Terry again. Accent Web Net, is that, I can't remember who you actually are, what your actual business is, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alfredo said, awesome training. You're so welcome. Awesome. Okay. So this is basically the gist of a lead magnet and how this all works. Okay. So before you ever start getting your first client, if you have all of this set up, then you don't have to worry about anything besides the appointments and driving traffic. Okay. Because you have this whole system put in place. You're very professional. You're not scrambling around. You're not trying to, like, you know, it's an instant thing. You know, all of it's automated, right? So whether you're running paid ads or whatever, this is how, as a solopreneur, you actually find success, is automating everything. Okay. So let me actually get a drink of coffee. Okay. So before I get into actually the nuts and bolts of this training today, I do want to invite you to go to visionmarketinganddesign.com. You can be a member of the team. You'll actually, if you go down here, you'll see that, like I said, we're using the HighLevel platform. So you actually get all of the HighLevel tools, which are valued at about $300 a month. You can get that in addition to the training. So you're going to get everything for just $47. And I'm telling you, this is going to double, and you will not have access to all of the tools as of December 1st. So if you're on the fence, definitely sign up for the $47. If you are interested in starting an agency, maybe you have a client already, or you have several clients and you're interested in signing up for your own HighLevel account, you will actually still receive a free membership inside of Team Vision by using my link. So you can go all the way down here to see the plans. You'll get a free 14-day trial of the agency starter package, which is the $97. And then you can also, if you want the ability to give your clients access to their own sub-account within your agency, you'll need a minimum of the $297 plan. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, what's the difference? The difference is that with Team Vision, you have access to all the tools, you have access to all the training. That's going to be the same no matter what plan you get. But I did invest in a support team. It is the support team that HighLevel CEO recommended to me. And so they're very, very good. So that is a cost that you need to think about, is providing support. You also, you know, there's other just managing the agency and things like that that have to, that you are responsible for because you're an agency owner. That does intimidate some people. And then other people are like, that's awesome. I'm ready to dive in. I've been waiting my whole life for this platform, because that's kind of how I feel. If that's how you feel, then definitely go ahead and get started with your agency plan. And then, like I said, you'll still have an account within Team Vision to access all the support and resources and all of that. Okay. So Before we get started on our sales funnel, what we need to do, and I wanted to walk through this because I know there is some confusion with this because it is a different type of system. Honestly, it was confusing to me too. Okay. So we're going to create a subdomain within HighLevel. Okay. So our subdomain is going to be gmb.visionmarketinganddesign.com. Now, I haven't done anything with this yet, but I want to show you. If I was just going to do visionmarketinganddesign.com, what I would want to do is type it in here. Let me not do capital letters. So visionmarketinganddesign.com. Okay, so if I wanted to do a root domain, what I would need to do is go to the A records and I would need to point it to this. Okay, so if you go to, I don't want to change that because I actually was like hiding some other information. But you would want to go to the A records and then you would want to point this here. Now, if that's overwhelming for you, and I understand it is for some people, just contact your support. Wherever you have your domain, contact your support and say, copy and paste and say, this is what I need. And this actually, no matter what you type in here, will auto-populate here. So you could literally just copy and paste this and say, I need a domain of, whatever. I need the C name updated, right? So don't get overwhelmed with all of that, but I am going to show you today what we want is GMB. So we're actually creating a subdomain of Vision Marketing and Design. Now you'll see here it says a CNAME record pointing to this for GMB and domain visionmarketinganddesign.com. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go to Bluehost. Now I'm inside, no matter where you've purchased your domain, it's going to say where you're going to choose the domain. So I chose visionmarketinganddesign.com, and then I went to manage, and then I went to DNS. Okay. Again, if any of this is confusing, I know on Bluehost you can contact support right here, and they'll take care of it. All right. So now the host record, what do I need? The host record pointing to flash for GMB. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, go back to Bluehost. So remember the host record, GMB, and it points here. And we're just going to, I think there's a space here. There we go. And you can just leave this, or you can do 4 hours minimum. That has to do with like propagation. So I'm just going to leave that, and then we're going to click save. Okay. So that's all I need to do to create the subdomain. All right. So now it's created and it's pointed to HighLevel. If I was doing a main domain, I would want to go up to the A records here. I would want to point the @ here, and then I would want to create a subdomain for the WW. Okay. So you want to do A record and then CNAME record for the subdomain. All right. Now, again, that's too confusing. Just contact support, tell them what you need. All right. So now I've typed all of that in here, and I want to click add, and it recognized it already. So that was really fast. Now I can select a funnel that I want to connect. And you see I have lots of funnels in here, but I'm actually not going to do that right now because we haven't created the funnel. So I'm just going to click cancel. But I have gmb.visionmarketinganddesign in my website now. So I'm going to go back. And if you'll see, yours may look different than mine because I am in my agency account. But you can go to sites here, and then you'll see funnels, websites, memberships, forms, surveys, your chat widget, any of these things. I'm just going to go ahead and create a new funnel. And I'm not going to use one from the template library. So we're just going to say, I'm going to call this GMB and click create funnel. Now, if you go to settings here, you can actually select your subdomain here and then save. Again, I wanted to show you. You can also, if you want the chat widget, which I highly recommend because this is another way of increasing your funnel conversions, because if people have a question and they can just click in the little chat window here to be able to contact you. And, remember within your Team Vision account or within your HighLevel account, you have the ability to download a mobile app. All of your clients can download a mobile app that's connected to their user ID so that any conversations or correspondence can be accessed on your mobile phone. So I'm going to say, yes, I do want to enable it. And if you need to configure that, you can go up here into chat widget. For those of you who are hosting clients on your Team Vision account, you can only have one chat widget, okay? It's going to be connected to all of the social media and things like that that you have in the Launchpad. So again, you can track or you can host funnels and websites, but to use any of the other features like chat widgets and things like that, you will need to have your own agency account and then provide sub accounts for your clients, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save that now. And I'm going to go back here to GM. Oops, I went out. Okay, here we go. So now we have our funnel here, and now we need to add our steps, which would be pages. Okay, so I'm going to go add a step. And we're going to call this opt-in page just to make it clear. We're going to call it opt-in. And we need to put a path. Okay, so it's going to be gmb.visionmarketinganddesign.com / and we need to put the / something. Okay, what I usually like to do is just the same as whatever I've called the page. You could do home page since it's going to be the opt-in. You could put opt-in, whatever you want that to be. And if you do have a ClickFunnels funnel that you want to import, you can paste that link there and it automatically imports it. So that's really cool. So I'm going to click Create Funnel Step. And now we just need to design. Okay, now if I did want to edit this first funnel step, you do have some options here. I can click in here to get inside the page editor. I could click here if I want to see what the actual like blank page looks like live, like a preview. I can click here if I want to delete it. And if I click here, you'll see I can access those page settings again. You also can create variations, which is what I was talking about with conversion. This is especially important if you have a brand new campaign or a brand new funnel you're building. Maybe you want to change out the headline or maybe the image or something like that, and you want to test it when you're doing running paid ads or just even organic marketing to see which one converts better. You can actually do that by just creating a variation here. Okay, so it would be like a similar version of this page here. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that right now, but you'll see over here, you can click products. And if you have any products that you want to create, you can click here. And this is connected to the Stripe account that is connected within your account. Okay, so for example, the Stripe account that's connected here to this Vision Marketing and Design account is what is connected here to the Launchpad. So if you are hosting websites for clients on your sub account, it can only be connected to one Stripe account. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to discourage you guys to really do a lot of hosting on your sub account because you're limited to all the things that you can add into it. It's really better if you plan on having clients that you actually get an agency account and then give them their own access. Plus, I mean, it really takes you to the next level. However, having said that, only you know what's best for your business. So if you're just not there yet, then do what you got to do. Okay, because the best thing about business is hustle, make it happen, right? All right, so and then again we have this publishing where you can change the step name. Okay, so we have our opt-in page there. So I'm going to go ahead and we will just go ahead and edit because I like to, while we can map it all out, which is why I want to use this Funnelytics, because I want to get a good bird's eye view of the whole funnel. But now I know every page that I need in the funnel. Now when I go to the funnel builder, I don't really have to create every page at first because I like to get the first page done and then just duplicate. That way, my style and all of those things are duplicated as well. That's just been my, what's easier for me. So the first thing that we need to do is add a section. Okay, so I'm going to add a full width section here. Now, when you add a section, you need to add a row. So I'm going to say, we'll put, actually, let's do just one column because this is going to be a funnel header. So usually on a funnel header, the only thing that I do is add my logo. So I'm going to add a row here and add an element. I'm going to add an image. And now I want to click here. And I'm going to go ahead and choose my logo. I have some vision logos here. So let's say we'll just choose this one. And now I have my logo there. Okay, if I wanted it a little bigger, I can adjust here, which I think that I will. So just make it whatever size you want to. You can also change the height here. You know, just play around with it. Maybe choose a different logo because I really wanted one kind of bigger than that. So let's try this one. Okay. And we'll make it a little taller. Okay, so that looks a little bit, well, it's kind of too tall. Maybe I just should have left well enough alone. All right. Okay, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and save it. All right, so when you save the first time on a new page, you need to enter the SEO data. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to call this max, or let's say free Google, free Google exposure. All right, now the reason that I put that is because you can see down here in the listing, this is the information that's going to show, right? So whatever you call your title here, it's going to show up like in the organic Google listing. Okay, so what do I want them to see? Do I want to see free Google exposure? I mean, that is the purpose of the guide. So that would be a catchy title. So maybe I want to just say that, or maybe I want to do download. And then free Google exposure guide. Okay. Now I can add a description and say, if you are a local business who is wanting to maximize your exposure on Google for free, download this free guide today. All right, so I'm going to change this now. And now we're looking for keywords, so we'll just say Google my business. And we'll just say the author is me. And now we want to add a social image, which is like when you share on Facebook, what's the image you want to show. So I'm going to click here, and you'll see every time you click an image, it goes to your repository where all of your images are housed. So I'm going to click here. Actually, let's go back. Landing page images. Let me see here what I was going to show. So maybe let's go ahead and upload an image, actually. And actually, I keep saying, I'm going to, and I'm just going to show you, I have these images here, but here's what's cool. I'm just going to drag this to another screen, and I'm just going to drag the image there, and it uploads for me. So I don't have to like click and then search and all of that stuff. Okay. So that is super, super easy. So now I see my SEO preview, download free Google exposure guide, and then here's the image that will be shared, and I'm going to click yes and save. Okay. So now I have my first page saved. I have my header here. And I have my share image and all my SEO. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to go to settings. If you want to change any of that, you can access that there as well. You can also add any tracking codes if you want to add something to the header or the footer. If you want to add any custom CSS, you could do that there. You can also add images to the background and change the background color here, and you can even choose your global font. So let's say I want to choose Lato, and for this link color, maybe I want to choose my Vision Purple, which you know that I do, so I'm going to say Vision Purple. And now I need to get the hex code. I need the hex code from Canva. So let me just grab that real fast. And actually, let me just show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to Canva. I'm going to go to my brand kit. I'm going to go scroll down. Here's my purple. I'm just going to grab this hex code here. Copy. I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to paste this here. And add color. Okay, so that's how you can add a color there. And of course, I want this purple color. Okay. So when you add that, what that does is actually make all of the links. So if you choose to, like, you're typing out and you want to add like a link, instead of it being blue or some random color, you can actually have it a branded color. So that's what we will do. So if you want to check out the mobile view, you can do that here, and you'll see the mobile view of this builder is excellent. There's hardly any work that you have to do at all. All right. So my dear friend Keck was talking about this the other day. So he had created a header, and he was talking about the space. He was trying to really minimize as much as possible the space here, and you'll see that there are many different levels here. Okay, so we have the image, and you can tell it says image, and then as you move out, first column row, and then you have your section. Okay, so there's lots of different elements here. All right, so what I like to do, if I'm trying to really minimize, I want to start from the inside. I'm going to click here, okay, to access these settings of this element. So I'm going to go to the padding, and I just want to start reducing all of this space. Okay, so you have the padding there, and then of course you have on the next level, you have padding here. So I'm just going to reduce this space as well. We're going to make this as small as possible. Okay, and then I have this section here, so I'm going to reduce this padding as well. Okay, so now we really have reduced this space a lot to minimize that. We also missed one here, so I'm going to reduce that as well. Okay, so you can see now it's really, really small up here where we did have a lot of space. All right, if you wanted to make it even less space, you could always shrink down this image. All right, so let's go ahead and save now. And now we need to add another section. So I'm going to go to section, and I'm going to do add section. And we can choose, we want a full width, wide, small, medium. We even have global sections, but I just want to make this really simple. So I'm just going to choose full width. Let's go ahead and drag it over here. Now we have a row. But this row is actually going to be, I need 2 columns. Okay, I need text on one side, and then I want image on another side. So what I want to do is actually, I need a headline first. So I'm going to do 1 column, and I'm going to add some text. So we'll say headline, and under this we want a sub headline. Okay, so then under this I need, let's go to rows, add a row, and we need 2 columns. Actually, let's do that here, 2 columns. So now we have our headline, we have sub headline, and then we have our 2 columns. Okay, so here I need an image. So I'm going to add that image. And then here, I need a headline. I need a subheadline. And then I'm also going to add some bullet points here. Okay, so I'm going to add bullet points. And then I am going to need a button, but I'm going to go ahead and get the bullet points first. All right. So let's go ahead and change this image so you can start seeing the method to my madness here. So I'm going to click on the image, and I'm going to go over here to my storage area for my images. I'm going to choose my Google My Business image. Looks like a pretty good size, so let's go ahead and we'll just leave that there. I'm going to change this headline to be, let me check my little cheat sheet because I made some notes here. Use Google. Just going to copy. Oops, got to click there first. Control V to paste. Use Google to get free exposure for your business. And then I'm going to add a subheadline here. So let me copy and paste from my cheat sheet. And Control V. Get more leads and sales with this free guide and checklist. All right. So my next headline is going to be let me show you how to use Google to attract more clients and customers by, or actually I want to say, oops. This free guide, I got a little ahead of myself. This guide will show you, or this guide will, okay, how about this? In this free guide, you will learn Okay, so maybe I want to delete this actually, but it was important that you know. Okay, so I've taken the chapters of this book and I've written it down, so I'm just going to copy them here. Okay, so here is um, the first chapter. Now you can do go to the end when you're using these bullet points, and if you click there, you just go to the end and click enter, and then I'll add a new bullet point. So what I want to do is, and the thing with this is you do have to do the bullet points one by one like I'm doing. And if you do the whole thing, it'll be out of line. So I'm just going to do Control V and enter. And let's go through this here. And Control V and enter. And let's copy this one here and Control V and enter. And Google My Business website builder tips and tricks. Because, of course, part of what we're doing here is, not only are we showing them what they're going to be learning in the guide, but this is part of the conversion because, we can say, hey, check out my Google My Business guide. And they might be interested, but then when they go to the opt-in page, maybe there's just not enough information, or maybe they're turned off by the picture or something, or whatever it is. But when you add here, like, what are they actually going to learn? And the great thing about when you choose the chapters for like a PDF is it does all this work for you. Okay, so you literally can just look at the summary of any PDF, and then it will tell you, what are they going to learn. And that's really important before people just start giving you their information, especially since we are going to ask for a phone number. If they're going to give you their phone number, then or their email address, they really need to be talked in to giving that information up. So we need to really make it like a high value offer, something that they're like, maybe I'm nervous about giving my phone number, but at the same time, I'm less nervous than I am if I walked out of here without getting this guide. Okay. So that's basically the gist of that. All right. Accent Webnet says you're a genius. Well, thank you so much. I wish I could say that I invented this whole system, but these are just tried and true tactics to really, this is really how it works. So I'm going to click here now because obviously we need a button, right? So I'm going to click a button. And I'm going to say, let's go over here. Click to sign up. I don't want to say that, so I want to say download your free guide here. And if you know me, you know I hate that ugly green color, so we're changing it to purple. And let's go ahead and make this button, let's make it wider. Okay, so I want to reduce the padding on the left and right. Or actually, I want to increase it there. And then no, too much. Bridget, that was crazy. Okay, so we'll do 70, and let's say 70 and see what that looks like. So I like to pretty much line it up with the text, so I think that's pretty good. So we have download your free guide, and we're going to have this button open up on a pop-up, but I'm going to go ahead and save. And let's go ahead and choose the pop-up here. I'm going to add a row. Now, the cool thing about these pop-ups is you can do anything to a pop-up that you could do on an actual web page. Okay, so you have all of those like design styles and things that you want. I really just want to add a form. So I'm going to click here to add a row or a column or whatever. So let's go ahead and add that, add an element. And if you're like, I don't know what I need, this tells you. Right, so if you need to add like a row and you haven't added one, it'll tell you, right? So let me just show you that because I know that it's different. So immediately it says add a row. Okay, so you can add a row, and then it says add an element, and then it'll pull in the element. So it makes it really easy. So what I want to do is I want to add a form. Okay, so I'm going to go to, where's my forms? Form. All right, now I'm going to choose from the forms that I have. So we'll just say lead generation form. And obviously we can change that. Actually, I don't really want to use that form, but I could choose any of these. So let's just say, I won't bother you guys with all of this, but we'll just say that we love this form. And then I'm going to go ahead and save. All right, so now here's the cool thing with this form, okay? And you have so many options. The way that you're going to edit this form is by going back to, we're just going to go back one place and then you'll see the forms in the top, okay? And you just need to name it and then choose whatever form that you have created. All right, so we have the pop-up now. It's connected to this button, and just to verify, you can see button actions linked to open pop-up. Now you can only have one pop-up per page. So just so that you know that, just a little extra info. All right, now we need a footer. Okay, so I'm going to go to section, add a section, full width. Oops. Add a section, and we're going to take full width. We're going to add it down here, add a row. We'll say column, add an element. And let's see, we can just do maybe paragraph text. And then we will say, let me see if I remember this. Control Shift, what's it, 5? No. I was trying to, there's a short code I was trying to remember that does the @ symbol. I think it was Alt 0165. No, I can't remember. Okay. So anyway, you can just put down here, copyright. Let's do copyright. And we'll say vision marketing. I should spell my business name right. And design LLC. Okay. And save. And now we have our opt-in page. Okay. So if we want to check mobile, we just go to mobile and you can see it's done. We don't really have to do anything. If you did want to add space here, you could do this here. So you could change the mobile font. You could change the desktop font. If you wanted to add space, like let's do, maybe you want to add space to the top there, or space to the bottom, or you wanted to reduce space or any of that, you can do all those editing. So we'll go back here and we'll click save. And now let's go back. Okay. And there we go. And like I was saying, to edit that form, we would just need to go to Forms, Builder, and then look for the form that we already created. Okay, so I want to actually preview this page, so I'm just going to open it up here. And you can see the domain is already connected up here, gmb.visionmarketinganddesign.com/opt-in page. Here's the form that we're going to change, and then here is our actual page. So this is what it looks like. We have our little chat widget here. We have our footer. We have our header. And of course, we can change, the colors and all of these things. I just really wanted to show you guys how to get started, because of course, if your business is going to be successful and we're going to use these tools, we need to know how to create a lead magnet funnel. So while I definitely think that I want to do a little bit more tweaking to the design, maybe I want to add, a different color in this panel here before I go ahead and duplicate, I think this is a really good stopping point. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to finish out this funnel. We're going to create a workflow that we can follow up with as well. But we'll do all of that this week. So again, if you are interested in joining my team, you can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com and choose a plan down here that best fits your needs. Okay, so let me make sure I don't have any questions. I don't see any. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.